tail has something to do with the gravity. And since the gravity is there, flattening the tail of the platypus, well, the sativa is certainly
How do you say
involved.
that word?
Platypus.
You
No.
say it.
No,
Welcome
no.
to the late sesh, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
Welcome.
chat.
Cheers.
Welcome to the late sesh.
Let's get chat out.
Get them out.
While you're in chat, get on over to.
Of course, there's a show tonight, Eric.
Hopefully, you remember to go to live chat.
Oh man, that's gotta be a record
Well, the
live
problem
chat
was
announcement.
Sequence accidentally set the reminder for last night for the late sesh, so the reminder went off during the show last night.
Oh,
jeez.
yeah,
So
that makes sense. I saw it last night too, like on the YouTube homepage. I was like, huh, that's weird. I normally don't see that.
Oh,
yeah, no big.
That makes sense.
He was in a hurry because he was, getting ready for tour, going back out on tour, which he is. So he met up with another friend, a Groski friend. Yes, out in Joycey. He's out in Newark, and so that's cool. He got to meet another Groski, and then tomorrow I think he's meeting another one. And I won't say the name because I think I'll probably fuck it up. So, so cheers to everybody that's been reaching out when he's been on tour, and it helps his training sessions so much because it sucks out there for him. Usually they send him out there with no rental car half the time, no, every time. And no way to get around except for Ubers. And most of the time they don't even take fares that are short. So
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys that are reaching out to Sequence while he's been on tour. And Skilbo, we miss you. You're probably not out there in chat, but
Yep.
miss you.
I hit him up, see when he's coming back. He'll be back Wednesday, so expect him next
Check
week.
out his Instagram. He's been putting up some pretty cool pictures.
Yeah, he has. It looks really cool out there.
That's 0.15.
You know what? I'm going to look it up because I don't know. Is it Skibble 17? Is that what his Instagram is?
I think he's got Skilbo 1 and Skilbo 17. I don't know
what I think it's what he uses now.
Skilbo 1. I'll look it up. Maybe I can share it.
It's Skillboat 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the mushroom pics.
The mushroom one was last
Yeah, the mushroom pics.
And the redwoods or something.
I think it was a pine tree, but that one where he's at the foot of it basically and then shooting straight up. Yeah, that's a cool one. All right, I can share it. I think I'm going to give it a try. Oh, it's present. I'm going to present it now.
He sent some video to the players.
Approve the presenter.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely beautiful out there.
Spartan's presenting.
You got it. I got to be
There
present.
we go. You got
You know how tall Skilbo is, and he's standing up underneath that thing, looking up.
Are you sure
So
that's
Skibble 1 on Instagram, check them out. But yeah, check out this mushroom.
Skilbo is standing underneath that thing, looking up at it.
What a good picture.
Yeah, that's really neat. I like that one a lot.
That's how big the mushrooms are in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that place is just a human mess.
A human mess? Is that what you said?
Humid.
Oh, humid. Yeah.
It's always foggy and humid there.
I didn't know what the fuck he said either, Spartan. I thought he said human mess. I was like,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
That's what Earth is, dummy.
All right, let's get back into this. Yeah, the human mess. Look at that tree. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's cool because this is an actual reel, and you can see the raindrops falling through it, coming down towards the camera.
Trees are so big you don't even have to harvest the whole thing. You can just take branches for timber.
Yeah.
I like
very,
that.
Very close internodal spacing.
Very close, yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Whoa.
See, those have no side branches. That's pretty crazy until it gets to the top.
Well, it's because there's no light that gets into the bottom. They kind of lollipop themselves. And it gets burned off.
Cool.
They just need that little tooth at the top. It's cool. From above that, they don't look that tall. It just looks like it's, ground cushion.
That bark is wild.
I think that's the forest up there is the one with the fungal network. touching the whole state.
Yeah, he's up in there in that giant mycelium web.
The web, yeah, that's it. Oh, they got bridges out there too. That's nice.
This was that. This is where he's out by his house, I think.
What is that? A suspension bridge? No, it's what kind of bridge?
That's an iron bridge.
It's an arch with a suspension. An arch
Or
suspension.
maybe it's steel. Yeah, so
Anyway,
he's out there in the west.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's checked out any of the bud.
I don't know.
Surely, yeah. He's with his daughter and son-in-law, I think, and they also are smokers.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I took some RSO earlier. It might be digesting.
I need help deciding on which dab to do.
Dab to do.
Garlic poison
chat.
or garlic punch? Which one?
Garlic poison.
Show him again. Poison.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Pain Lady.
I was gonna leave it to the people, but if we
have
have
people now, what the fuck?
Yeah. Jeez.
Jeez.
Excited.
He's got to take
Well,
it.
you could be counted in with the people.
We can't wait on the delay of the people.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Camera's all messed up.
Yeah, this is like Morse code.
Cheers,
What-
Kazoo. It was
Really?
great hanging out with you this past weekend, brother.
We are the Brady Cubes, Triple B. Here's a story.
Lovely lady.
What would we have to be of a bunch of growers?
The quad bunch.
A bunch of
Do what they know.
That's what we should do. We should do a new theme song for the Bros show.
For the week.
Oh my God! None of us know how
Do
to
the
play.
Brady Bunch.
Spartan, don't you know how to play saxophone?
I do. I would have to practice again. I haven't played in a long time, but I did play alto sax. Yep.
We have some saxophone in the back.
The saxophone.
Honestly, the saxophone, even if you learn it on alto, you can play all the other versions: tenor, baritone, and because it's all the same fingerings.
Oh, fingerings.
Fingerings.
Ew, I hate that word.
We are going down the.
I got bud that looks. My buddy calls it's got fingerling buds.
Fingerling buds.
Fingerlings. He goes, I love the fingerlings.
I like fingerling potatoes.
Actually, I have some right here.
Fingerling potatoes?
They look like
No. Fingerling buds.
So confused.
He's fingerling his buds.
Oh, fingerling buds.
So, like, this is Creature Panic number 3.
Oh wow, wow.
And like you can peel off sections like this flat.
Oh yeah, like a foxtail is what we usually call that.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are foxtails.
And then it's
Yeah.
just fingerlings.
No, he calls them fingerlings.
Fingerlings.
Oh, so we're gonna just change it to something else now, huh?
It's kind of a cooler name.
It's a bold new world,
It is.
Spartan.
Citradelic sunset used to grow like that for me a lot.
Which
Oh,
one?
those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Little.
Did you like that one? I almost bought that
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I liked it a lot actually. But
Have you guys
yeah, I always
noticed?
did that.
Have you guys noticed any of your outdoor being like this year for me? I swear on a stack of Bibles that my GG4, the little one I threw outside late in August, is better than anything I've grown indoor with GG4. And it's just a clone of a GG4 that I grow indoor. And it's fucking better than anything I've grown indoor.
The shit that I grew is tasty too, and I've been wondering the same thing. I'm like, is it me? Is this like a placebo effect? But that fucking Triple X and the end game, they're fucking tasty.
Like it's rough. It's like harsher to me when I
Yeah.
smoke. But the high is way stronger. It just floors me with way less. I was really impressed with it. And it's super sticky.
Like a darker ash, like a heavier.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
For me, I just feel it in my lungs. Like it's more difficult to smoke. It's a little harsher in the throat.
Here's
But-
some of my Triple X right here.
Nice. What do you know what the genetics are behind that?
It's Lemonberry Candy OG and Endgame.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And oh man, it's one of my favorites. So it's got that really lemon lime terp thing going on, and I like it a lot. But yeah, same thing I noticed is it's just really tasty. And before I never really even counted on outdoor.
There's some of the GG4 outdoor, and it's just it doesn't look the greatest. It looks fine, but it's like sticky.
It looks good.
It's just, but I would swear that's better than fucking any of the shit I've grown indoor. So I'm not complaining. It's just
it is a little more harsh. I agree, and the ash is definitely not quite as white, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
And
I'm kind of like convinced now to like maybe next year, fuck putting them out, fuck put them at the end of July or some shit, and just make small plants that are easy to deal with, easy to hide, and let's get a decent yield out of 3-foot plant instead of a 6-foot plant.
I'm definitely not doing that again, for sure. I'm going to have little plants outdoor next year so that we can manage them. Blow over and break every time the storm comes through. Cheers, Kazoo.
Yeah, cheers, Kazoo. Shout out to Rusty Nails in chat. Said they just made a batch of RSO. It's in the testing period. Bedtime can sneak up anytime now, or I'll be wired until the morning. I love experiment time like that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, my fingers are all sticky now from fingerling all that bud.
Fingerling. I don't think you can use that as a verb.
It's funnier.
I can do what I want.
Oh, you see that?
Oh. Webster
I can't while sequence is gone. No, I'm kidding.
I'm marking this down and telling him when he gets back.
Dave Patrick in chat's asking about white ash and is it sugar still in the plant that was not used? And the color of the ash can be attributed to several things: the moisture content, it could be some sugars left in the plant. It wouldn't make it white if there's sugars left in the plant. Yeah, they'd burn dark like carbon, like black. But I think honestly, one of the biggest factors, yes, for sure. If you were to slam nutrients and you didn't ever flush it and you have lots of nutrients left in the end, that's going to burn harsh and usually have a dark ash. But usually most people in the market aren't doing that. They've already understood that not to be a good practice. It's just a waste of money slamming nutrients. So nowadays, a white ash is usually the result of a really dry bud. When I look at ash colors, I'm just making sure it's not black. If it's any shade of gray or white, I'm not concerned. I think it's more of a, the whiter ash to me is usually moisture content. Like if I get some really dry bud, it could be harsh, but it'll still burn white as shit. I've had it happen.
Well, my stuff's still all kind of curing up, but it's still pretty tasty already. I'm excited to see what it tastes like in like a month.
Yeah, me too. I like that with the cure. And that's the cool thing with outdoor. You usually have more, so you can let it sit for longer.
Yeah. I just got to get it trimmed. It's all sitting in bins, but I'll get there. I'm supposed to be trimming while he's gone this week. We'll see how that ends up happening. Probably not.
Oh. Looks like Spartan ate some Swiss rolls. I've been on a Swiss roll kick.
Oh, I always eat Swiss rolls, man. It's one of my favorite little snacks.
Yeah, anything grows a snitch on you, though. It looks like you ate a 12-pack. You ate 11 of them.
I know. Did you see my comment?
No, where's this?
Damn, I missed one.
Yeah.
Seriously? Did you really do that? You ate all 11 and left her one?
At
That's
least
how
you
nice
laughed at one. That's pretty
How
fair.
nice I am. See,
This is some fucked up sequence
Because-
bullshit with some cookies. He
Well,
likes
the-
to pull
the
that
thing-
kind of shit.
to be fair, I told her when she bought them. She says, "What do you want?" And I said, "Oh, I like those cake rolls, but I'll be surprised if you get any." And she bought them. So
Yeah, you warned her.
I've never been a fan of the like ho-hos and all that kind of
The
stuff.
little Debbie's.
No.
Oh my
I don't
god.
really like the ho ho so much, but I
Or
love
Twinkies.
The Nutter Butters.
A little cupcake.
I do like those. I like those.
Yeah. Okay.
Nutter Butter. Are you talking about the? You're talking about the bars, the nutty bars.
Nutter Buddies. Yeah, the little
Yeah, yeah.
Debbie.
The
The
chocolate
the
peanut butter
wafers.
wafery thing.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
what you meant.
delicious.
Those are
I've
great.
got some of those also.
Peel them apart.
I do. Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I just eat them like regular. I just
A little
eat 'em.
piece at a time. I do that with all kinds of wafers, even the little wafers. Peel them apart.
I don't take them apart. I just eat them. But
Do you guys? I do that with cheese sticks. I just eat them. It's so bad. It's
well, they melt so
Wow.
fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I do. I think I'm 50% on cheese sticks. Sometimes I feel in the mood to just rip little strips off of it, and sometimes I'm like you, I'll just eat it like
Yeah,
it's deep fried cheese stick.
yeah, either or.
it's like so much work to like sit there and then you're just eating like little, not even real bites. What?
So much work. That's work. Come on. We're really stretching the word work here.
I mean, if I'm not
Like a carrot.
doing anything, sure, but usually that's like a on the go type of snack.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. But if you're
I was
just
told
chilling,
I eat a popsicle wrong.
a
'cause I-
popsicle.
What? How does that work?
Because I bite it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he's
Okay.
like, what are you doing?
I agree. Yeah, you can't go biting ice cream like that. Do you bite your ice cream? I bet.
Yeah, if it's on a
Yes.
stick, yes.
Oh no, you don't
if it's
bite
on a
ice
stick, you
cream.
bite it.
It's food.
What
No,
do? Sit there and deep throat it? What are you doing with it?
I let
There's
it
sucking
melt my
on it.
mouth a little bit.
And then pull it out of your mouth to wave
Yes.
around in the fucking
No,
air?
and that's
Right.
all.
For
I
all
don't
the
bite it.
germs to come off.
Oh, you leave it
My-
in your mouth?
my
You
teeth
just leave it in
don't-
your
my
mouth like
teeth
this?
don't
You move
chomp
it
it.
around? Do you
No,
move it
it-
around? You just leave
It
it in
comes
there?
off with my tongue and the back of my teeth. I can go
And then
get some and show you.
I hope someone's not
we
coming
better,
at
is this show rated 18? Are we 18 plus on this show? If we are, let's go ahead
To
and do
show
that.
how to eat food, I would hope we could do that.
But that's
on
not how I eat
YouTube.
it.
Teach a man to fish.
It doesn't sound
I
like
don't
you're
know.
eating it. It sounds like
Yeah.
you're sucking on it. To eat it, you would bite it and just eat
So
it.
Yes,
are you
thank you.
chewing
You're
it?
playing with it.
That's what I do when I have a popsicle.
Yeah.
Oh,
I chew it in my mouth with my mouth closed, like my mama taught me.
Yeah.
no, you don't have to do that.
You could just like
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, like you don't
I
have
had,
to do
you,
what
you came in a
said
little late,
anymore.
but in the pre-show, I had one of those ice cream cone things, and I was sitting there taking bites out of it. I wasn't like licking it or all any of that bullshit. I was eating it, man.
Mm.
Man, if I
That's,
could do a poll right now, licking or biting,
Licking or biting. I'm a biter.
it'd be an interesting poll.
I
I
am
gotta
team
figure
biter.
out- I think we can do it through YouTube. Is it?
You figure it out, Baked.
Does he do it through YouTube or
Yeah,
does he
it's
do
Yeah.
it
YouTube.
through?
It's
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
It's YouTube.
Well then, hang on.
what kind are
Hang
you?
on.
We don't need a lot of ice cream
Yeah, I'm 50.
I'll lick it.
Ice cream?
or popsicles.
How
Really?
about anything? How about anything on a stick that's similar to a popsicle?
I muddle ice cream, I guess.
You muddle ice cream.
Yeah, I just kind of like let it in my mouth and then I swallow it.
So you
Yeah,
just
but what do
hold
you do with a
it-
popsicle?
You hold it in your mouth the entire time till it melts
I
into your
put
mouth.
the spoon in my mouth and then I put
No, I'm sorry.
And
I said the wrong thing, and you went on
The ice
on
cream's
with
in
it.
there. The ice cream.
popsicle.
Popsicle. Let's see.
You don't have to pretend like you're doing it.
She's really uncomfortable with the gesture.
see here. I
It
will.
could just get weird.
Well,
I think I lick.
I'll eat it.
He can't even talk without using his hands now. He's like stopped. He doesn't
Yeah.
know how to continue.
Yeah, I mean,
Which one?
what? Like, so there's like,
So when you have a popsicle, do you take a bite off of it, or do you sit there and suck on it or lick it?
Nobody
I don't
said anything
lick-
about
who
sucking.
licks the
okay.
popsicle?
What's the option? What's the option
Yeah.
besides
are you like
biting?
4? You're like, like,
I've seen little kids eat it like that, and I've seen probably baked eat it that way too. It's probably what he's advocating for.
Probably.
I do eat my popsicle like that. As a matter of
Baked,
fact,
you are muted, bro. I can't hear you,
I
man.
do lick my popsicle. I will also
Well, you have not seen me do that.
mouth and I'll just hold on to it for a little while in my mouth, and then
That's
It's
yeah.
just, there's
Hold
such
on, hold on.
unfortunate phrases that you have to say in order to talk about how you eat a popsicle.
As I said, if we're getting technical, I'm technically sucking the popsicle,
yeah.
but
I mean,
but
I don't lick. the
because if I bite it, I get chills up my whole body through my teeth.
Yeah.
What I don't like is
That's
when
why I don't bite ice cream. I don't
You
chew
better,
ice.
you better,
You
you
I
better
feel
guys
like
do
I just
ice?
saw your O face baked.
You guys, you guys chew ice?
when you bite a
That's a
popsicle,
ice.
if
I absolutely not.
thick,
Absolutely not.
what if
You know-
we know that you bite it, it breaks in half, and then you lose the other damn half of your popsicle. It falls off.
So what do you do when you got a freezy pop? And I'm talking the ones in the plastic that you have to slice the top.
Oh, those I like
Wait
to
for
like.
it
I like
all
to.
melt.
I like to like just kind of suck the juice right out of those.
So
things.
I give it my body heat
Lord.
with my hands, and that starts warming up, and then it gets kind of slushy, and I break it all up, and then I eat it.
Oh yeah, those go down in like.
Wow.
I
Wow.
Sound effects.
I chew those ones up. I chew them.
That's,
Okay, but what are those things called?
Are you talking about
Pardon?
the icy pops? Are you talking
Yeah,
about
you know
those?
what? Remember what those were called when we were little?
freezy pop.
It had the different people on each one.
Otter Pops.
Otter Pops, yes.
Yeah, man.
I've heard of that.
And I bit those too, but the key is you bite those in the packaging, and then it breaks off a piece in the packaging.
Oh,
So it doesn't
you
spill.
don't know where
anything,
that packaging's
then you can
been?
just go and pull it right out. That's
Yep.
fucking. That's
No,
good. Those.
You gotta eat the thing that the stock
Yep.
boy's been handling.
Yeah, see?
They come in
Here's
boxes.
your
What are you
freezy
talking
pop.
about? They come in packaging. What are you talking about?
They're not
Disgusting
This
hands.
doesn't come free in the open
This
like
is,
that.
you guys
What are
were getting these in the time before they even had sanitizer.
They come in those mesh bags. You can get those.
All I know is I'm
Yeah,
not
I like
not
that.
like sticking it in my mouth, waving it around in the air, and then putting it back
But
in my
you know,
mouth.
Becca, those mesh bags are actually more work because you gotta slice them up real good.
You don't
I
have to.
I don't have any type of opinion on mesh bags, but I'm just saying that they're all out
For
in
the turtles.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about when they sell like? You ever get a
Oh,
cucumber sold in
unfortunate.
one of those weird mesh bags?
No.
No.
Oh, yes.
They'll sell
I know what you're
fruit
talking about. The
bag.
English, the seedless cucumbers or something are kind of sold in those fancy ones.
Yeah, they'll sell it. It's like
Fancy.
they don't want
Huh.
you to dent your fruit.
Yeah.
Scratch your fruit now.
Yeah, man.
What do you do?
Anyway,
You're done. Do you have to like cut every little hole on that whole fucking thing?
You guys probably destroy ice cream sandwiches real fast.
Uh,
I take my time. I lick the
Still ice
sides of
cream.
them.
no, no. I
Wow.
hate eaters like you. You
He does not do that.
Wait a minute. You tell me again. So you're licking between the two wafers and just licking the ice cream out.
Yeah, I evenly go around. I flip it.
You ever look in the mirror when you're doing that and see what you look like when you do that?
No, because who cares? I'm enjoying an ice cream bar or
Okay.
sandwich.
I know what he looks like.
Enjoy it, man. I like it. I like it.
I have eaten the top off ice
And
cream.
then it gets warm and I can take bites of it. But if it's too cold to take bites of it off rip.
I think
Straight
it's
out the freezer.
thinking.
You ever turn your freezer down? It would be less cold.
No, I think it wouldn't matter. I think there's ice cream biters and there's ice cream lickers.
The liquors are so obnoxious.
Oh wow!
You got some
Licking.
vulgar, you got some
That's the
vulgar
next
eaters, I
war.
guess.
What is happening?
What kind of ice cream? What do you do with ice cream?
The leaders of the Lollipop Guild.
Man, I just with my beard too. I can't even imagine what I would look like coming out of a lick fest on an ice cream sandwich.
Oh
man.
well, I know how to use a napkin, so I just wipe my face after. It's not big.
You're losing all your goddamn ice cream with your napkin.
You lose a little bit. It's all calculated into the
Where,
You just bite it. You just bite it. It'll just melt
as
in
an
your mouth.
adult, you can buy a whole box of ice cream sandwiches, no problem.
where do you sign up to participate in a lick fest?
Oh, a lick fest.
I don't know.
First time I've ever heard of this lick fest was right
When
here.
you say participate, Red, which participant did you want to be in that lick fest?
I mean, popsicles, of course.
Wow.
Welcome to the Late Sesh.
The classic late sesh tonight, that's for sure.
Yep.
So it is a blood moon, super moon, eclipse, 4:30, 5:10 a.m. The moon will be setting about the horizon, and the eclipse will be pretty much happening. Venus will be seen, I think, north of the moon. Eclipse and full moon, super moon combination, blood moon, harvest moon. So
All tonight.
yeah.
I like how these rare moon things
So
happen
shouldn't
once
you be
every
popping seeds tonight?
1,000 fucking years, but it's every year I hear about this shit.
like 4 times a year. This one is specifically every 3 years, so you will hear about this one often. And then that's the biggest celestial thing happening tonight. I think we have some pretty clear skies, though. The moon is pretty full, lighting it up out there. It is beautiful. You won't see the eclipse until it's beyond our tree horizon. We probably won't see it. It's like 4 in the morning. You might be able to start seeing it.
Huh.
Then the sun's going to start.
I saw the moon today at 5 o'clock, 5:30.
Dude, it was
in
dark.
broad daylight.
Broad daylight. It wasn't dark at 5:30 for you. It was dark at 5:30 here. We were outside.
No, it wasn't quite dark yet.
Oh, dude. The moon was huge and up. 5:30, it was dark here.
So was I looking at a blood moon?
I think
It's
so.
like a beaver moon, isn't it? A beaver moon?
I don't know.
What?
It's not a blood moon.
It's a harvest moon, I think.
You said it's a blood moon, a harvest moon, and some other kind of moon all in one night.
Oh, dude, Google will
I
tell
thought
you
I said it
four
said
different.
beaver moon.
Yeah.
What is a beaver moon?
I don't know. Let me look.
Depending
it
on
up.
the website you look at, there's so
It
many.
probably blocks the flow of water.
Depending on like where where they are in the world, what culture it
Blocks the
is.
water.
They're gonna have all kinds of
Yeah.
moons.
November 8th at 6:02 a.m. and is known as the beaver moon.
The beaver moon.
Oh man, we are on a roll tonight.
Harvest moon.
After Baked and his licking escapade, and now we're
It's
on
not
to the
just
beaver
me.
moon.
There's a lot of people in chat that agree with me.
Oh, dude,
I didn't
there's
see
some good
a lot.
moons coming up. Look at this worm moon,
Oh, the worm one. That's good for
Wolf.
compost.
wolf.
Good for composting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wolf moon's a good one.
Wolf's
The worm
when you
moons.
want to go hunting,
Uh,
bud.
I think that's when you're supposed to get your worm bins finished up. And the wolf moon is when you're supposed to go hunting and get your wolves out
Full-
of
I'm winging these.
out of the area. I'm with you, Baked.
But I like it. I like it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
What's
that's
next? What's
that's
next, Becca?
Okay, so right now is beaver moon, and it's because it's when they used to have to set traps
it's beaver hunt
before the swamp
season, man.
froze. And then another interpretation,
So that's not even ancient. That's just
it just means that winter's coming because the beavers are preparing.
uh,
Water's gonna freeze.
It means the people are poaching the beavers for hats and pelts. That's my guess. Right before winter.
That's cool.
Do you remember Angry Beavers?
Moon.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
I never watched it, but I do remember something about it.
That's where I learned how a beaver home works, because it like is a tunnel. It goes underwater, and then it comes out under
The dam.
inside the house.
Are they similar to a platypus? Because we were talking about the platypus earlier.
Well, that's why I believe the platypi has the same tail as the
They have
beaverfly.
the same tail.
What?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the Latin term.
Like that flat tail. So
Oh,
what's
you
up?
just add an eye. to
Flat.
that.
Yep.
Don't they like smack them on the ground like bat, 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 bat,
No, here's the fun fact and life-saving fact: platypus
It's only a cartoon
have
thing.
really venomous venom in their claws.
Whoa.
If you were to get scratched,
Really
let's say
venomous. Not
in
just
your
regular
genitals,
venomous. That would be a tall ass.
they would get the size.
Wait, so
It's rumored they get to the size of a cantaloupe.
That's it.
because of the venom?
Ow!
A
What happens-
cantaloupe?
What about your arm?
That's it.
Can it just scratch you in the arm and your arm like get a little venom?
Wait, you
I'm gonna Google it to see if it's deadly.
Nards.
Oh,
He's saying each nard is cantaloupe size. They'll be walking around like
Yeah,
that.
you're like Stan Marsh. And
So if he scratches me in my arm, I get giant cantaloupe nuts.
let's see.
That's the
Maybe it's a hormonal
This
thing.
is venom that just.
It doesn't appear to be lethal.
I think that Bake's been letting a platypus lick on his nards, and that's
We
what
don't
happened.
have platypi in
Harry
North
the
America.
He looked it up. There's none in North
There,
America.
I think the only place they're
We don't have
at
any?
is Australia. Yep.
Yeah, I
What
think they're
about
Australian.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah, but beavers.
I mean, we have them in zoos. You can probably go check them out. Support your local zoo.
What's
Or
our
gold.
local zoo?
Don't we have a Detroit one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
that'd probably
local
be-
to us isn't Detroit. I think Potter Park would probably be local to us. The
Oh,
closest.
well, then we gotta go there
It was
and
pretty
support
good.
them. Yep.
They don't make you pay to feed the giraffes. You can just feed them.
I'm gonna go up and go to the bear store here in a little bit. They have like a deer, and some rabbit. I think
At the what store?
the bear store. They used to. I was
What's
telling
that
Sparky,
for?
They used
You
to have.
buy bears?
We was talking about it yesterday, man. They had this
They had a pet
bear.
in the cage, and now the
Oh, that place.
in the store with the little
Yep.
plaque that says this is not the old bear that used to live here. And I don't believe that placard at all, dude. I think it's the bear. I
It could be.
totally think it's the bear,
Do you
dude.
think they got it stuffed?
All of a sudden, there was a stuffed bear in the other bear.
Yeah, that's terrible. I think that's what happened.
Only thing I could think of,
You're
man.
like, nope, don't worry.
All right,
it's
okay,
there.
okay.
They got tired of people asking, so they put the plaque up.
In the store's defense and in defense of the story and me speculating, there was a lost decade where I hadn't been to the store.
Oh, 10 years?
Yeah.
Well, then I totally believe it could not be the same bear.
So
Just enough people asked that they're like,
How long does a bear even live, man?
they had
Bear's average age.
they had to put a bear in the
Bears only live like 20 to 30 years.
that's a long time.
Yeah,
So
only
let-
that's
so-
more than a lot of people.
So let's do some Sherlock
rock stars.
Holmes. You
In
saw the
captivity.
bear for how many years when it was a cub in the cage?
Oh, you know, man. So
Give me a rough estimate. I don't need specifics.
I'm pretty sure that bear was there in the early
You
80s.
asked for it, man, already.
Could be
I
multiple bears.
I was first introduced to the bear in probably 89, 90. Maybe.
All right.
that.
And when did you stop seeing the bear?
Oh man, let's see. I stopped. Let's see. I started smoking weed and I got too cool for hunting. And
Yeah,
it's like
it happens. It's a
that was a lot.
scourge.
that was like 99.
Holy shit! So that bear's was at least probably 9 to 10 years old, and then you went on a 10-year hiatus, making a 20-year-old bear, but in captivity, that could be lifespan.
Probably his lifespan. Yeah, he was probably done. And then, so when I went back,
Could have standing bears. They could have had brothers. You know, when one bear got sick, you just put another one in.
This
the
isn't
last-
Goldfish, Spartan. You
What
don't go to
about
the pet store and
what
pick
about
up a bear of the
This is-
same variety
when
and
are
the
the
same
This
stature.
also is not Florida. We got bears just all over the fucking place, man. We
Well,
just
you
go
don't
grab.
think Florida's got bears?
No,
Florida's
I don't
got
think so.
bears
the name of the bear?
everywhere. At least
I
in the
don't think
north.
so.
North
Florida has
Florida.
monkeys. I saw monkeys in a park, in a national Ocala National Forest. I was in there, fucking
What?
in a canoe. Yeah, man, that's where they filmed Tarzan back in the day, like in the 50s. They filmed Tarzan there, so they brought a whole bunch of fucking monkeys over there. And then when the movie was over and they were all done shooting, they just left them. And so we had heard that, but nobody really ever sees the monkeys. And we were just paddling down the river or whatever the hell. And all of a sudden, these monkeys were out by the branches and everything. It was nuts, dude. I was like, monkeys.
That's crazy.
Florida, you never know what you're gonna find there.
Yep. You let something out there, it's just gonna live and procreate.
Alligators to hillbillies to monkeys.
They got if you go to South Florida, they got iguanas in trees. You gotta watch where you're going; they'll drop on you. You're talking a 15, 20-pound
That's
lizard
true too.
that is usually aggressive.
What do you mean drop on?
Dropping. They're in the tree.
They'll land
above.
on you.
They're like, "Fuck this! I'm going for him."
They're going
they-
for humans.
They
Bro,
do.
no,
just
they
to be
hate.
seen.
They hate everything. If you're, yeah, they'll go for you, and some of them swim. So you might jump in the pool. Big mistake. That thing's like Godzilla.
But
Right
what
through the
happens
water.
when it jumps out of the tree and misses? It just fucking flattens on the ground.
It probably hurt, but like animals do that crap. I don't know.
Oh, that seems pretty silly.
Never happened to me, but you gotta watch it. They're everywhere.
Well, you're tall. They could probably just reach down and grab you.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, I'm also observant. Like as soon as I knew that there was lizards above me, like in that size, I'm
Yeah.
keeping an eye out.
it's probably a good idea.
There's the bear.
Well, that's one of them. Apparently, this is in 2014. This is Sophie.
Oh, see, I told you, multiple bears. They're trying to trick
So
you.
yeah,
guys.
they just stuffed one of them.
Syrian bear from Eurasia.
Hmm.
Apparently, so they have it in that nice little pin there. And yeah.
Nice.
This is
20
right on
by
65. It's north of Hale, Michigan. I'm gonna do
North of what?
north of Hale.
Hale, Michigan.
It is Hale. I think it
They
is
said Hell, Michigan. I was like, wait a minute, I know that area.
Hale.
That's near us.
Glenny? Maybe it's Glenny. Might be Glenny. No, it's Hale. It's Hale. Glenny is where we usually hunt up in Glenny.
Nobody knows those.
Hail, like Hail.
Those places.
Hail there, good citizen.
There's pretty jam packed sometimes. There's a lot of people that know those places. It's kind of weird. It's super bizarre. I run into people all the time that like. Okay, this is a crazy story.
Let's hear it.
All right, so I'm at a music festival in Pennsylvania, not even here, and I'm on Montage Mountain, and I
Which
wake
year?
up 2016.
Hmm.
So I wake up in the morning, and there's this tent camped up like right on top of our campsite, like literally touching my tent in like the pathway between.
Not me. I wasn't
Not
there.
not Becca wasn't around 2016 with me. The the tent.
So don't say we.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
wait.
And then the drink afterwards.
yeah, that's like a Kermit.
Yeah, you just got
All right.
Sorry,
man.
I'm just airing out like grievances from normal life now. It's okay.
Yeah. Rewind. Okay.
Sorry.
where was I? Okay,
You
so
were camping.
I am camping in Pennsylvania. All of a sudden, this tent pops up next to me at my campsite, and and so I end up like meeting the camper dude, and he ends up like working like fucking in like an industrial company. He drives trucks for a living. He's on the road and shit like that. But he's out of like Auburn Hills or Pontiac or something like that. Lives in the area. So he's from Michigan. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like somebody from Michigan's camped next to me. But I'm like, Midwest, not too weird. Everybody else is like from New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, shit like that. And there's like, haven't met a lot of people from Michigan. It's kind of weird that one person I mean from Michigan's camped on top of me. All right, whatever. So go about the weekend, whatever. Where the fuck are we going with this? What
Why
were
was it crazy that
You were next to the people camping, and they were from
Oh,
Michigan.
okay. All right.
Guessing that you're trying to get to that they knew about the bear.
Okay, so we're talking about we're having a conversation. We're both growers, what I mean. He's a grower. He's talking about some stuff about organics and stuff, and I'm telling him about my stuff, and then I'm telling him about where I want to like. He's telling me about where he's doing his like gorilla grow. He's got like this gorilla grow up, and it's in the forest. And he's telling me about it, and he's telling about all his stuff that's going on with it. And I'm like, oh, it's crazy. There's a spot, and he was like kind of giving me a sense of direction of like in the Glenny area. He was telling me he was like it goes to the Glenny area and stuff like that. And I'm thinking about the forest in the area, and a lot of it is logging land. There's not a lot of areas that aren't logged. Some of the areas that aren't logged are areas that have been logged recently, and they're not select cut. They're like clear cut, and in the last 20 years, they're just overgrown, but they're not ready to be clear cut again. They're not even ready to be select cut yet. And some of those areas, maybe. So I know some of those areas. So I'm talking about this one area that I go hunting in, and he's talking about his little gorilla grow that he's had for a while. And I start bringing up these coordinates where I want to, like, where in the past, before shit was like all illegal and everything, I was like, I want to throw a couple fucking plants that would be fucking cool. Even back when I was young and dumb and realized it's not a good idea to do that on federal land or anything like that. Don't plant plants on federal land. But he had his little thing going up there. And I'd given him the coordinates of where I hunt, and he like all of a sudden the conversation stopped, switched. We started talking about music and all kinds of shit. Like I like, and I was like, so for the last few years, I don't go back in that area anymore. I thought about looking for it one time, and then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna end up running into some people I don't want to run into up in here.
Yep.
I don't even go back in that area anymore and hunt.
I wouldn't either.
Just in case, because it is kind of on the cusp of harvest season up there. Usually there's a foot of, 5-10 years ago, there'd be a foot of snow on the ground. The last couple of years it's been pretty warm, but usually between the second and third week in November, it goes from brown to completely white out snow conditions. Brown being like, fall colors. It's not even like golden orange anymore up there. It's all like leaves on the ground. And then which makes hunting difficult because deer are brown, so they're camouflaged in. And then when it's snowy, it makes things a lot easier. You can tracks and stuff, and you can also see
tracking, man, for the blood trail.
You can see human tracks too, which I like when there's snow, because you can see what parts of the woods people might be in, or where some people might be walking through, because I try to go as far away from other people as possible for a lot of different reasons. And yeah, man, it's actually really, really beautiful and serene up there when that type of stuff happens. But that was like a really weird story, or a really weird like happening when it happened, and all of a sudden he just switched up the story like that and started talking about something. I was like, damn, I might have just stumbled upon this dude's grow spot. And like the way that it happened, the way he popped up next to me, like I was so paranoid, and it was like a few years ago, and I was like, is this dude like CIA? Like, what? How the fuck? And all of a sudden, this dude from, or not CIA, but like the the feds. I got because of
NSA.
the shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, this dude like all of a sudden pop up to like try to get me to sell him some weed at this festival. It was fucking weird. It was super bizarre that this dude just popped up.
I
right next to
dropped a
me.
dab on the floor.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Party foul, party foul.
Pour one out for your homies.
It was big too.
It's saucy. Here, you want to pick it?
We can do a floor dab. Let's see it.
Lord,
Florida, Florida.
Later.
5-second rule.
Yep, you're good.
Does translate to dabs.
You
As long as it
should-
doesn't have hair sticking out of it, you're good.
Eh,
My weed always has hair sticking out of it.
I smoked too much of that GG4. I'm still pleasantly stoned.
Speaking of hair, guess what? I let that fucking cat out again today. Fuck
Oh,
you,
shit.
lady.
Oh,
My
man.
cat's gonna do what he wants
You
out
let the
there.
fucking mass murderer out again.
Yep.
Terrorize the neighborhood.
Hey, you know what? Circle of life.
I hope you have that same attitude when a car runs over your cat.
Oh wow.
you can
Spartan. That is so mean to say.
I'm just saying, man. I'd be concerned with the cat going across the road.
Well,
you get a little orange vest or a little yellow reflector.
There you go. With
Yeah, have you
a reflector
about
on his forehead.
dyeing the cat's hair a neon color?
you know who's gonna feel bad if that happens? You now.
No, I won't feel
Because
bad.
you
Well,
willed
he-
it into the universe.
Well, we know what Spartan will do.
Well,
He'll go to the
I
pet
warned you
store
about
and
it,
he'll
and you
replace
refused.
it.
You refused my wise warning. I can't feel bad then.
You don't think why do you think I've never let my cats out since my cat got hit by a car when I lived in the country?
Okay,
So,
well, there you go.
but then my friend next door is like, you should be letting your cats outside. She lets her cat outside, nobody bitches at her.
Her cats are well behaved. They stay in a certain area.
No, because remember, before I had my cats outside, her cat was over here getting chipmunks out of my flower beds. Remember, terrorizing my, and I didn't go over and say, you can't leave your cat, or you have to keep your cat inside because
Hold on though.
eating my
being
Her
chipmunk.
cat.
So in
Let me
that
ask
story,
you this.
you were the Karen in that story.
Yeah, let me ask you this,
No.
painted lady.
I didn't fucking do
What's
that. That's what I'm
Oh, I
saying.
thought you were saying you did. Oh, okay. You're saying you didn't.
No,
do it.
I was like, I'm like, that's how it is. I'm not
Okay.
calling her and saying you have to keep your cat inside.
Well, that's fair enough.
But her cat wasn't down the road, across the road, killing birds.
No, he was at my house killing chipmunks.
Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. You don't have any signs that say don't do that.
And the chipmunks weren't yours. Were the birds of that lady's that bitched at you?
Yeah, everybody knows birds can be possessed. Chipmunks are free.
They're her birds.
Anyway, I let his ass out. He's going to enjoy the rest of fall until it gets cold, and then he's in for the winter.
He's gonna be so pissed. He's gonna be fucking meowing at that door. All
Let
the
him
Yeah.
out. As soon as it gets snowy, let him out. And oh, okay.
No,
I'm
you'll be
reducing
surprised.
his,
Cats will fuck around out there, man. They'll stay
Some
out.
of them will, yeah. I'd say there's a 50-50 chance.
I reduced his amount of outdoor time starting today, though. So I'm going to start reducing it every day, weaning him off outdoor time, and he was not happy. He sat there meowing and meowing.
Yeah,
But
he had a
I could
plan.
build you a outdoor cat cage, cat house. What about an outdoor cat house?
I mean, that would be cool if it was like,
Pin.
you know, kind of like your chicken
I
house.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the idea of
Like a 6x10 cat house.
What if it had a tube from the inside to go outside?
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. They
So
can
you don't
always
even have to let them out. You just
well, the problem
they
is
know.
that things in then.
You mean
Well,
like
you
one of those things that they used to have at the bank?
No, that would be
air
dope.
section.
no, kind of like a small doggy door basically, but You make a tube out through the
I
house.
knew what you meant. I was just being a dick. That's what I imagined.
I like the idea of. I think you
The
mentioned
cat's
it
just like, what the fuck?
That's a catapult.
Oh,
Woo! Red.
Funny.
Zing.
Yeah, zing zing.
I think you were talking about yesterday, Pain Lady, with something like on the fence to make it harder to go over. Because then they could still roam the yard, you know.
She
Well, you
wants me to get this
Fire.
right.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, and even with an enclosure red, I think that the entire time he was in that, he would be spending trying to figure out how to get out of it to roam. So, yeah, he would just be like, you
Had a
know,
taste of freedom. He's already had that taste of freedom. Now you're screwed.
it's now I'm screwed. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell her, but he was back out. I told Sequence and he was like, yeah, fuck that bitch. I'm like, well, she's a nice lady normally. I just was like shocked that she. Yeah.
It's an animal, and you're not required to keep a cat inside. Like they're allowed to be outside roaming. You see them everywhere.
Apparently you're not. If you have a pet cat, it's your responsibility to keep it indoors and safe. And I mean, I agree to a point.
Is there? Do you have a township ordinance about cats or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I didn't look today.
You don't. I don't think there's a state policy or a government policy. I would tell the neighbor to fuck off, or I just wouldn't.
I didn't respond back to her after she.
I wouldn't respond to it. If you have an ordinance or some shit, and there's a thing that she could whatever with you. Otherwise, it's your.
It's a cat being a cat.
Yeah,
Expressing its.
That's what I thought.
What you do with your animal, as long as you're not harming it.
He was acting depressed. That's why I let him out. Like over the winter, and he would just sit there by all the windows going meow, meow. I'm like, oh.
Like cats in the wild don't meow. It's the meow is something that they learned just to fuck with
humans.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Hillbilly Herb's option. Just tell her to call the cops. I mean, just let them laugh at her and tell her there's nothing they can do. There's nothing anybody can do.
That's why they're sly devils.
Literally nothing.
I mean, I did apologize and say, geez, I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was going that far, but I can't control where he goes. And that's when she sent me all the links to the fence things. And that's when I just stopped responding. But,
leaving birds on her porch and stuff like that.
I don't know. I assume he probably has gotten, she said she has seen him there like 3 or 4 times.
Never had that issue. All my neighbors have cats. I've never had issues
Birds
with
don't get
cats.
eaten by cats that easily.
He's gotten at least 3 in the past couple months. Yeah.
You should get like a falcon.
I don't know. Anyway,
The falcon will take over your neighborhood, take out all the little birds that lady likes to watch. Boom. Now it doesn't matter if your cat goes out because there's no birds for her to watch anyways.
There you go.
Yeah.
Solves the problem. And it's natural.
And if she gives you any more issues, you can get that falcon to falcon punch that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Falcon punch.
Right.
Boom. There goes her window.
That's right.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. Next.
Next question.
Falcon rental. That's the answer.
Bring it up.
Just gotta get a falcon. Easy enough.
Yeah. You can rent them all sorts of places.
I bet Amazon's got that shit.
Hey, whoa. We don't use that place.
Yeah. Thank God.
Could you imagine the future? Amazon, you can rent a falcon. That's how
it's gonna happen, man.
I'd like to rent an animal. I'd rent a penguin.
You can, dude. You can rent goats.
Yeah, for a day, dude. I get a little kiddie pool and I fill it with ice. And we just sit in it in the summer or something. But what's up?
You wear a tuxedo though? You gotta wear a tuxedo.
I wear a tuxedo, yeah. It wouldn't be an expensive one, but it would be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
What else? All right. All right, so I'd do a penguin. Let's go through. Spartan, what would you rent if you could rent an animal
I made my
for a
favorite animal
day?
dogs already. So what would I want for another animal?
Well, it's something you don't have.
I don't know. Maybe a fucking alpaca.
Yep, that'd be a cool one.
Fucking
You need a
alpaca.
couple. You need a couple.
Yeah. Well, alpaca and one of them fucking hairy little fucking cows that Becca was showing a couple shows
Oh
ago.
yeah, the mini
That's
cows.
a mini cow, yeah. Because I would just want them to. I would just be feeding them and be like, "Here, fucking eat this shit and give me some compost."
What's this time frame of renting? What are like?
You
Are we
get one. You get the animal to hang out with for a day.
You get a day.
So yeah, so Red, what do
Hey.
you want? What do you want to rent?
Dusk to
All
dawn.
right. Well, since this is a fictitious scenario, I'm gonna be on fictitious 10 acres of forested land that needs some serious brush hog work. Except I'm going to rent.
Hold on,
Just
I'm
need
gonna
pick.
I'm gonna rent a pack of sheep.
hold on,
I'm gonna-
hold on. In this scenario where you can pick anything you want, you actually create a scenario where you have a problem, which is the fucking overgrown brush, and therefore now you can solve it with your free wish. Sweet. Pack of sheep. You might want goats though. Goats do that
Pack of
better.
sheep, man.
No, you want fucking hogs,
I want
man.
sheep.
You want some actual hogs. They will fuck
I want
anything
sheep.
up.
I want
They all have
hogs.
pros.
Well, the problem is I can only have one. All right. So if I can have three, I want hogs first. Then I want sheep, and then I want.
Well, when you say one, you're saying a whole group of them, and that's
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
than
We're
one.
talking about renting, and now I'm talking about so you bring in the hogs, and they can root up. But
No, it's not hogs. It's hog.
You only get one. You only get one animal.
one animal.
Yeah.
One.
I want a
Yeah.
sheep. I want a sheep. I want a
What are those-
rudimenter to
You
come.
want to rudimented animals so you can add
The
organic
sheep-
materials
the
back
sheep
into
is
the
gonna
soil.
do way better work at tearing through those
Hey,
sticks and shit. than
Okay,
the goat
if
will.
it was our real life, what kind of animal?
Our real life.
If we could have
Hysterical.
an animal for a day, what kind would it be?
Think about like an animal that you can't just buy anyway.
Becca, what's your answer?
Elephant.
That's too
Okay, elephant.
No, it's not our backyard. Would totally support an elephant for a day.
And that you could use that manure. You'd have to compost it, but yeah,
And you
that
make
would
great. You make great enemy or memories with the elephant
Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna play.
because they remember.
We're gonna play the
Elephant.
djembe. First, I'm gonna go, and then he's gonna go. And
Yeah,
then
he'll go
and
tunk
then he's gonna go.
tunk.
Oh my gosh.
And he'll
Back
paint.
up, back up.
Teach you
What
to paint, and then you can sell his paintings.
what would you want?
I have this problem because I really like all animals so much, and so I'm really trying to think. So I just
I
need
know.
minutes.
Oh, so both of y'all need a couple minutes.
No, I have an answer.
painted
I
lady.
just thought of it, but I was struggling because I have several answers.
Yep.
The first answer I was thinking of was donkey because I love donkeys, but I think that in
Of course you
thinking
love
about it again, I love the elephant answer too, Red, but my yard wouldn't support it, and so I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking sloth.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Just
and
to
they could.
chill.
You can just hang out in the tree.
Oh, I got one.
Well, you could put it. Yeah, you could put
Oh,
it on
like
the
all
wall.
day, and then I could just be like, he could.
Sloths are pretty cool. They
You
are.
walk behind me, and be like, "What's up, buddy?"
Then I never
Just-
lose them because they
Don't
don't go
move that
fast.
They're scared
Yep.
as shit of moving that fast, baked. Damn.
Yeah. Well, you walk slowly
Yeah,
by.
great.
What's up, buddy?
There you go.
I've got my answer. Okay, ready, guys?
Okay. Yep.
I think a panda bear would be kind of cool.
Ooh, good choice.
They like-
Look into that. Wait, look into that one a little bit before you use your wish on panda bear. Look into that. They're bears. They're pretty
Yeah.
fucking aggressive.
Okay, a baby panda bear.
Yeah.
Baby panda bear.
Okay.
Our
Ooh.
neighbor has some bamboo that we could, use to
Entice it.
panda to make it a little nicer with us. I'll give it some bamboo, and it'll sit there and it'll like hold the bamboo like it does.
I like sloth. That's a good answer too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we know.
Bird, like a really cool, like macaw, just like a beautiful bird. I think would be cool.
One that you can give back after you can teach it a whole bunch of swear words and then
Yeah,
give
the
it back.
ones that talk. That's kind of cool. Like a pirate to have a fucking bird
Well, I
talking.
want one that's like picked out all its feathers. You know, I've told you guys that before. You know, like one
Yeah, I
of
don't want that one. I'll
sweater.
save that one for you. I want the one with its feathers.
We have a big bird cage now. We could.
Oh,
technically do
oh, ding!
big bird.
Hash time.
Nice ding. I like it.
Ding.
Hash time.
There we go.
Ding.
There we go.
Speaking
man.
of,
Oh, a peacock. I wouldn't want to rent one of those, but I do love peacocks.
Apparently they're loud and noisy.
Those
Because
also something.
Oh, they're horrible.
they're good
Wow.
farm animals for a
No, they're
lure.
not. They're
No.
stuck on the farm.
that's a good idea. If
They'll yell when they see shit, so they'll wake
They
up.
jump up and scratch the fuck out of
Now you want-
everything.
if any of our neighbors complain
You have
about
experience
chickens,
with
we just get a
peacocks?
they can fuck off. We'll make it worse. We'll get something we're
What?
allowed to have.
Until they jump up on the hood of your truck and
Why
just
aren't you
scratch
allowed to have
the fuck out
people?
of your paint job, and then you'll be like, kill that motherfucker.
Those are allowed to be
Yeah.
livestock, are they?
They're probably like a endangered.
No, they're everywhere down in Florida. They're fucking run ramp all over the place.
No.
I've never seen a peacock.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a wild peacock down in
What?
Florida.
Dude, I used to go to the flea market. We used to
Running
go to the flea
rampant at
market,
the
man.
Publix.
Dude, I don't know. This is back in. I haven't seen it recently.
Maybe let's
Back in the
Google
late
it.
They were
80s,
on opiates too. They were fucked up, man.
Yeah, they just got from the doctor's shop.
we'd go to the flea market, man, and there'd be fucking peacocks running around the parking lot. They'd be jumping all over your car and shit. It'd be all over the place.
They're probably
That's because the carnies brought them, probably.
Did they
You're
hunt them all?
Selling
Did
them in the
they-
back lot.
Did they poach all the peacock? Yeah, dude. I swear there was a bunch of
In
peacocks.
Florida, peacocks are not native and are considered an invasive species. So that means if somebody let them out, they would have been procreating.
They're invasive.
Residents are within their rights to remove them from their properties as long as they're relocated properly. So there might be some out down there in the south or something.
They're wild, man. Like
they're
peacocks
invasive down
peacocks
there.
and alligators.
Jeez.
I remember when I was young, I would see a lot of pheasant, and I can't tell you the last time I saw one.
Well,
I know.
everybody ate those.
Yeah, we ate those all up, I guess.
I don't see much quail
Yeah.
either. And that's something that's not really considered
There's no
livestock
quail.
either. So we could just have a bunch of quail in our cage if we need to.
I was reading this story
For
that
eggs.
Yeah,
reading
quail.
a story that somebody had a hypothesis that it was house cats that were out taking care of all these birds. That's why they're all extinct.
Yep.
Oh, it could be.
I was gonna look in to see if he was in there.
The house cat.
One that's taking care of all of them. Single-handedly taking out the bird pop.
I think the bird population's doing just fine.
I think so too, Becca.
I just, that kind of grinds my gears, man. I don't like.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that let's see, Roundup and other shit is probably harming the bird population way more than your cats and the feline population of any community is. And I think that she should be way more concerned about glyphosate.
Invite her over for a conversation about it, and she'll shut up. I
Then-
bet you.
Invite me over and her. Let's have a pot.
Yeah, Red will talk to her for 4 hours.
Maybe she's fucking relying on the bird shit for her phosphorus, right? Maybe that's her only source for her to re-amend her soil with phosphorus, and she needs that so she can.
I
have
think if
fresh
she has
production.
birds, she should get what do they call a bird sanctuary where it's a big dome?
Aviary.
Yeah,
Aviary,
maybe
yeah.
she should get an aviary in her backyard then. And then guess
I
what?
know.
The cat
Because
can't
of
get
the-
in there.
She can't because there's a murderer on the loose.
Observation.
Line her fence with stuff to keep stuff out of her yard.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, that's a
Maybe.
bad idea. You should You should reply back to her with her
She
own
thought about
text.
getting a
Yeah, you
dog.
can get that
Matter
for
of fact, if she called the cops, that's probably what the cops would suggest to her to do. Would be to like prevent the cat from getting over.
Oh, she's not going to call the cops. She's not that. She's not a crazy lady. She just is a very big animal lover. So she's just like he must have killed one of her birds, I'm guessing, which is why this has happened.
It's a circle of life.
You should get like a real small feather and like glue it to his hair behind his ear.
Terrible.
Every time he kills, he gets one.
Yep, he gets another feather in the back of his head.
Guys, we're getting these chickens tomorrow.
Oh man, your coop is looking great.
Yeah, it really is.
Not done. It's almost.
You
there.
can barely. I like how it's like blended in too. So it's a secret coop.
How many chickens again?
Totally secret.
4 to 6.
Nice.
4 to 6.
4 to 6, which means
The range.
8 to 10.
What
Is it
breed
like
are
that?
they? Are they all hens?
We're gonna tell people 4. It's just 4.
Why
Okay.
4? Why are we telling people 4? Is there an ordinance?
The mute has come into play.
4.
So 4 chickens. Are they hens? 4 hens?
It's 4. The number that we have is 4. That is
Are all 4 hens?
Are they rare?
Or are you having a rooster?
Oh,
Yeah, no cock, Spartan.
No,
Okay.
this is his idea. He was like, "No, it's 4. It's less than 6. Just if anyone asks, it's only 4 because that's sometimes the number for."
Are you gonna get a blue one?
I mean, I was more or less talking
You
about
said that.
people in our neighborhood.
Well, it was a joke.
Oh, well, yeah, 4.
Everything's
4.
whatever. Anyway,
Do you
yeah.
know the breed? Do you know the breed of chicken it is?
There's a buff.
One of those buff type ones, and then a
Buffington.
black like.
Black Buffington.
It's a weird name. It's like I don't want to say it because it's just gonna
Be wrong.
be wrong.
Do you know what it looks like?
Let me look it
Bermuda?
up. Hold on.
Was one in Bermuda?
Oh.
And it's sexling, I think. Yellow sexling and black sexling. Or was it? Yeah, yellow sexling. I think. White sexling, yellow sexling, black sexling.
So are they coming in the mail?
I think it was a yellow.
Oh, they're getting them from her
No,
dad.
My dad is bringing them, so we also had to clean the whole house today in case he comes in our house.
Your sister's coming also, who's like 12.
What's the status on the duck?
The duck or the dog?
The duck.
No duck.
No duck yet?
Oh, depends on the status of the chickens.
Okay.
Chickens are
We will-
on the way.
Well,
pretty
chickens are
much.
on the way, and then we're gonna assume that we're gonna keep the chickens for as long as we can, and then
How are the chickens arriving?
in like a
hopefully quietly.
dog crate.
Okay. Do you have to go pick them up or someone delivering them?
No, my dad's bringing them.
Okay. Oh, he is bringing. Okay. In a crate. How do you get a chicken in a crate?
Are they gonna be chicklings?
Set it on end, hold them upside down, drop them in there.
Or are you getting full-grown chickens?
They're full grown.
Oh,
they're-
so you don't even get to bond with them?
They were hatched, I think, last winter or spring.
Oh, you missed the bonding phase. That's critical.
Yeah, there was.
Right when
For the chickens?
I don't know.
yeah, right when they're chicklings. That's when you hang out with them and you say, "Hey, what's up, little buddy?"
Chickling, huh? We're just making up words now.
Your mother-
Chicklings.
Put ling after everything. It works.
Yeah.
That way you can
It'd be cool to
That
have
way,
eggs.
when they get older, they don't peck you.
They should be getting like 4 eggs a day.
I like what Eric says that that if I pen them in with my cannabis by the end of the season, they'll be fried chickens.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
It'd be cool to see how they tear through stuff and compost things.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That'd be cool. I hope you guys like eggs. That's 4 chicken. That's 4 eggs every day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man! We got us are good egg eaters, and Dog likes eggs too.
16 eggs
Oh
a
wow.
day.
The OG's
Good
gonna
Lord.
real nice eating eggs.
We're gonna be eating. We're all gonna be eating eggs.
I've have not bought eggs in a couple weeks since I've known about getting these chickens. Because we're gonna have so many, we got to figure out something else to eat now.
So you know you can preserve them. What is it? Shit, numbers. Oh, I think you lime eggs. You can preserve eggs by soaking them in lime because it fills in like the little craters around it, and they'll be good for like over a year.
I think you can do that with butter also.
I heard butter too.
Butter?
Yep.
It's an Amish thing. I think.
Like just put butter on
Or
the shell,
Irish,
or
maybe
like
an Irish thing.
Yeah, you dip them in butter.
No, you
Weird.
coat the shell in butter.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it manually if you want.
Weird.
Could use a
Like
different
thick
kind of oil.
butter.
Thick butter. Ooh, you have to get it frothy.
It seems like a lot of work and a lot of money in butter.
Just Google
Yeah.
liming eggs or something.
I've never done this. I just.
It's
I'd
not
imagine-
super hard.
I'd imagine
What
if
kind of
you're
lime though are you
with
talking?
butter, you'd probably just
You like put them in a big glass jar, almost like you would pickles, and you put a mixture of water and lime. And
If
the
you got-
lime,
Like lime juice?
it's just lime, not lime juice, not the lime, the vegetable, lime, the mineral.
Oh, I thought you were talking about lye.
Yeah, that's what I
Ah,
kept thinking of
still
too, Red. I was
not,
like, is he
that's-
saying lie? Because
Nick, why would
that
I want
sounds like
this?
eats
I'm
your
saying
skin.
calcium. So it just fills in the pores,
Oh.
the outside pores on the egg, and just seals them up.
And then what? You can wash it off easy?
Yeah, then
You're
you can pull
ready
them
to
out.
eat the egg, but you don't want lime on it?
You can get
It seals the outside. So
agricultural.
this outside is the shell. You don't eat the shell.
Yeah, but it doesn't like soak into the flavor and mess up
No,
the
it seals on the outside, so it just seals on the outside of the shell.
Okay.
You can ferment the eggs too. Some salt and some water.
Ugh.
Ooh, that sounds weird.
Yeah, it's super weird.
Why would you want to do that?
Preservation.
By fermenting them?
Also lactobacillus in your gut.
Like an egg kombucha?
Yeah, dude. I
Ew.
mean, any aged and fermented man is gonna have, if you allow it to have the good bacteria and you do it right, it should have that good bacteria. And that's really, we should be eating aged and fermented foods for the most part. That's going to keep the best gut health. A lot of even nuts, fresh seeds and nuts and things like that. They have anti-nutrients in them that rob our body of minerals. And in order to kind of combat that, you need to like soak your nuts, soak your seeds in brine.
What's an example?
Water. What's an example?
Pumpkins.
Pumpkin seeds. When you make your pumpkin seeds, you're not just soaking your seeds in salt water to get the salt on them. You're actually soaking them in salt water to kind of activate the nutrition in the pumpkin seed and deactivate this anti-nutrition chemical that kind of comes out when you soak it. And that's part of it. You just kind of, it actually is fermented the next day. Give it 24 hours in some salt water, and it's lightly fermented, good enough to cook, and far more nutritious than just cooking the fresh seeds. Yeah. Like what Raymond Kowal says in chat. Soaking nuts.
It's just like in the soil where the microbes are used to break down the food. That's what fermenting does for us. They pre-digest for us.
That's right. And it's actually a lot better for some foods, especially that are used largely now in agriculture, such as soy. soy, the anti-nutrition in soy is such that it can actually affect testosterone in men, and it may increase estrogen or something like that, unless you ferment soy. If you ferment soy, that takes away that adverse reaction that ends up happening in the human
Interesting.
what is it, hormone system, because soy affects our hormone. And if soy affects our hormones, who knows how many other grains and other products affect our hormones in such and such, et cetera, et cetera. And then add in, bam, back to this word, the glyphosate and all of the other chemicals we put into these, genetically modified, whatever it is, they're spraying systemic uh, herbicides and shit, right? Systemic, man, systemic, to the point to where it's not only in the offspring. We all, so we're a cannabis growing show, right? We know what systemic herbicides are, right? It's something that you put in a plant and you can't wash it out for, like, it's in the clones, it's in the seed stock, it's not just in the mother, it's in all the babies down the line. And what ends up happening is when we eat that shit, it's in us too. It's in us. And then it's not just in us, it's in our babies. You know what I mean? And it's in the chickens. And then we eat the chickens, and then it goes in us and in our babies. It's so systemic. That's how systemic it is. That's why it's in our blood. We're not just breathing it in. We're consuming it in crazy amounts and rates. And it causes lymphoma and shit like that. And you're exposed to it. Or if you don't, add enough preventative care, utilize the antioxidants of nature, if you are exposed to these carcinogenic things, it's good to have a lot of preventative maintenance in your regimen, which is, cannabis is one of those things, but a lot of antioxidants are going to be your best thing, because that's what's happening, is you're becoming oxidated with all that shit.
A lot of whole plant food too. Plant food, like, get those plant phenols that a lot of people miss out on by skipping the vegetables or not eating fresh raw foods. There's a lot of these compounds that we still haven't really got full understanding of. We know they're healthy. We know that they're, they even, some people would argue, would improve longevity and help with disease.
That's the thing, man, is that it's so unknown right now. Like, a few years ago, it was don't eat meat and be vegan, and that's healthy. And now it's so difficult to even be vegan, because, like, grains are bad it's bad to eat grain for a lot of different reasons. Main reason is the glyphosate. That is a huge reason why not to eat grains. But there's also, like, many other reasons that have to do with inflammation and the way that our bodies actually digest things like grains. We're more designed to absorb omega fatty acids and stuff like that, which are in nuts and meat. Meat and nuts are really the important ones for us. And it's difficult if you don't eat meat, or if it's tough to eat meat, to get what I think is the omega-3 or something like that. But yeah, man, that's a wild one with like, now it's like good to eat meat. Now they're saying it's good to eat meat, but it's where the disconnect comes from. I think where a lot of the confusion comes from is that neither of it's good for you if it's filled with poisons and chemicals. I think that's the thing. That's the big thing, is that it's all just been filled with poisons and chemicals. So whether it's vegetables or meats or whatever it is, it's all going to be causing an oxidative stress on our bodies, to which we need medications to cure, for whatever reason. If you're in the business of selling bullets and band-aids, says that old farmer that Joe Rogan just interviewed, sell bullets and band-aids. And that's kind of what Monsanto and Bayer does, and all that stuff. So It's very, very. That was what last week when we were talking about conspiracies. I say the food conspiracy. It's one of the biggest ones. It's the food to pharmaceutical conspiracy is what I like to call it. It's the bullets and band-aids thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the same companies or families that own Bayer, Monsanto also own all of those top food companies. That is all just all in one. And I can't talk too much more, or else the channel might get shut.
Dags 420 has it right. This little village in Italy where people are living, and it's like the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
I'll go live anywhere in Italy. That's when we were talking about that the other day. That's where I go. I'll go to Italy.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't import a lot. They probably keep a lot of their
all grown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Everything. And
Tiny little
they eat
island.
pasta all the time, but they can because it's all balanced with vegetables and stuff that they grow themselves and make themselves. It's not just
including that pasta they make themselves.
Yeah, exactly. With their eggs from their fucking chickens.
What they're talking about is blue zones, and there's like 10 of them all over the world. It's not just Italy.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like places that aren't really connected with modern society. So there's a lot of good eating and a lot of stuff, as the normal. But yeah, I saw that thing too. That was That was
Hell
nuts.
yeah. I've always wanted to go to Italy. I'm going within 5 years, I'm going to Italy. I can't wait.
Boom! You just said it, huh?
Yep. That's been a goal for sure. So I'll get there, and then we're gonna eat our way through Italy and drive a fast fucking. We're gonna rent like a Ferrari, and just for a day or something, and cruise around in the roads. That'd be tits.
Warren Drew had a question in chat. I don't really have too much of an answer for, but it says if relative humidity is low while growing, say 7 to 9%. And the reason I don't have an answer is I've never grown in that environment. But 7 to 9% air, does it make the cannabis have more hair? I'm assuming, pistils or.
To be honest, like 7 to 9%, your plant's gonna be struggling to stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a plant can't really survive. That's why a desert's a desert.
I don't think it's gonna have more pistils.
So yeah, I don't.
It's going to be transparent really fast. So
if something did that, it would just be a stress reaction. Like, oh, it's 7% humidity. I'm stressing out. Here's a bunch of hairs. But I don't even know where. Even Colorado's not that low.
That really messes with the vapor pressure deficit. Your leaf cannot transpire at those kind of.
Plants going to try to shut down and try to save moisture.
Yeah. Yep. Go into drought mode. Huh?
Diogenes well-placed ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always the first one that comes, I always have to stop and think, is it my dogs?
I know it's not this one. She's always just. I just have to prevent her from snoring on air. Usually it's just snores.
That's me with old Quilby here. He's loud as hell.
He's so fickle, man. He's like, he wants attention or something.
Yeah.
He's like wanting a lot more food than normal right now. He just keeps asking for food all the time and like crying and screaming like a child, like a baby. In his nice, comfy, cozy.
Mm-hmm. Things we do for our animals.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, anyway, next week, Sequence and Skilbo will be back for both shows.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to do a Wake and Bake.
Oh, nice.
If people are around, we're talking about it. So talking about it. We'll have to see if Tara's around and Porch and stuff, but we haven't done one in so long, and I know that somebody has mentioned a few times in chat over the past few months.
I've seen one on a comment to, I think it was maybe our last show or the show before, saying we need more wake and bakes. So
Yeah. So hopefully this Saturday we'll try to get it. If not this Saturday, then soon. Wake and bakes are fun. I'm more awake and I can put more sentences together without, I don't know, pausing for 10 seconds trying to figure out what I was talking about.
Till the bake hits you.
No, usually I'm pretty decent in the morning, even after the bake. It's night. I just get tired at night, and then I'm just kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brain just stops working at a certain point, I think.
the trick is to never let it start working. And you can just live at that level of not
Yeah.
working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious about this terrible environment with only less than 10% humidity. It must be crazy windy or something, or
I don't know.
No, that just has to be like straight up environment, like Arizona,
Yeah.
something like that.
Could be really hot.
it's really hot.
Well, it's really hot in Florida. It's so humid as hell.
Have a forest
Really
around.
hot and dry. I would consider one of those swamp coolers.
I don't think you can really grow outdoors in Arizona and stuff, can you?
No,
It would be
maybe.
difficult.
I mean, if they're supplying irrigation.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe like a real crazy sativa or something.
I know
Yeah.
that Mr. Grow It is out in Vegas, and he always struggles even with his indoor with the humidity, trying to keep it.
Yeah. I had a friend in Denver, and he would always struggle giving it humidity. I was like, really? When I'm trying to take humidity away.
Yeah, the Colorado Crunch.
Yep, that's it. But yeah, it's just a different environment out there once you
Or
get to
something like a
Durban.
Durban poison. We do something in like a desert environment. Would do okay.
Well, I think Durban's from like a jungle.
Or what Malawi? That's probably more like
I would think more like something from Mexico, or like the Acapulco
Gold,
or the what's the Panama Red,
Panama
something
Red.
like that maybe. But
I don't know.
that's
This
a
is
good question.
Soil-borne addiction says in Colorado, if we haven't seen rain in a few weeks, it'll go under 20% relative humidity. That's twice as much as what. I can't remember who it was that said there. We're dealing in single digits.
Did that person say what part of the country or world?
I didn't see any of that. No.
I think so.
Or if that's a. I'm curious about that.
It was Warren Drew who said it. I'll read the whole thing, and that's all the information we really have. It was a question: if the relative humidity is low while growing, say 7 to 9% air, does it make the cannabis have more hair? That is an interesting question. I haven't noticed like in lower humidities, just an average like lower humidities affecting how many hairs we'll call them.
Look at him herding them away. Come on now.
Come on, man.
I love that because I have to do that with Frosty, and he'll look at you, and he's just so confused all the time. It's just like, well, bud, we do a routine.
Hilarious.
I'm really lucky with my dogs. They seem like they understand me. I swear they understand more than a few words because I'll just have to say full sentences, and they seem to know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Diamond for sure. Today she went back up to bed twice. She came down to eat, and then I went to go let her out, and I was like, "Where'd she go?" She was already back upstairs sleeping. She came down again and went outside, and then I let her back in, and I looked for her again, and upstairs.
Sleeping.
I was laughing. She's so funny.
Just because
Yeah, she is She probably is, Spartan. She had a big sigh. Oh, she probably is because he's been gone a lot. So anyway.
You want to join, dude? Go ahead. There you go.
Is she getting better with that though? Because he's more.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
It's not food.
Yeah, because I'm home with her all the time. I always take her for walks, and she's, but she does miss him. Like, I think she's getting used to the fact now when she sees his bags, what that means.
Yeah.
So she doesn't like look for him every day, all night long. Like normally she wouldn't even be in here when he first started leaving. She would be out on the ottoman in front of the big window waiting for him to come home all night.
Yeah.
So now she doesn't do that anymore, which is good. She's just, but she's still, bummed. So, yeah, it'll be nice once he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know what next year is going to be like, but at least for the rest of this year.
Well, at least the rest of this year isn't too much. A couple more months.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out something fun to do this winter. Like either go somewhere warm or go somewhere cold, like go up north and do something fun in the snow. Can't decide. I love Traverse City area. All the winery area up there.
You can go skiing or snowboarding.
I want to do a Petoskey trip really bad, but the problem
You see, Boyne Mountain built this huge sky bridge.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Was it Boyne Mountain or Boyne Highlands?
Boyne Mountain.
Boyne Mountain did it. It said from the two peaks. It said from the two peaks, so I didn't know if it was the Highlands and Nubs Knob peaks or if it was that.
Oh, that I'm not sure of. I don't remember. My sister lives up there, so
Cool.
Well, I guess it was Charlevoix, then it was Boyne Mountain. Highlands is like another. Fucking.
Isn't it like $25 or something to walk across it or something like that?
I was reading an article about it, and I think that's what it said. It was about $25, and
I would do it for sure.
The pictures look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm terrified of heights, but I would do it.
So you're gonna be a little scared. I think there's a section that's all glass too that you can.
Oh yeah.
Section.
Oh my God, I will be like, I do not like it. Do not like.
Dude, they built a water park like 10 years ago now. Oh my God, I feel like it's been that long. I haven't stayed there or gone there.
Where?
I don't think Boyne Mountain since that water park was built. Let's see, Lake Charlevoix is where I dove into the sandbar, and yeah, that was almost 10 years ago now. That was 9 or 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago.
Woo, that was a big one.
A little stinker. That's a beautiful area, man. I actually stayed up there a couple times. The same house. My buddy's aunt and uncle had a house on Lake Charlevoix, so we went up there and stayed there when we had to DJ some gigs. There was a pretty cool farm that actually Billy Strings just shouted out Lindsay Lou. He wrote a song about her, or for her or about her or something like that. Lindsay Lou was in a band, Lindsay Lou and the Fat Bellies. And Lindsay Lou and the Fat Bellies was this bluegrass band that played at this dude's wedding. And I was in the green room with Lindsay, which was a little shack in the back because it was a farm next to a little opium pot. Oh, Reese's. Too bad Becca's not here. She would fucking probably match you on one.
I got some of those, but they're all the way upstairs.
Well, that's not how Painted Lady says it, but that's how the rest of the world says it. Reese's.
I ignored it.
What do you
Moving
say?
on.
Reese's?
You say Reese's.
What do you wait?
Because it's the person's name. The person's name is Reese.
Not doing it.
Because it's
What
the
do you say?
person's name.
Reese's?
She says that's the person's name, Reese. Apostrophe S. Reese's.
We already established this.
Yeah, but we're just recouping. It's been a while.
But it's Reese's.
It's Reese's.
It's
Yeah.
Reese's.
She
Reese's.
says it's Reese's. She
Reese's,
wrongly says it's
Reese's.
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 Reese's. See, Reese's has to be Reese's for it to be Reese's.
Ask me a Reese's. Yeah, it'd be Reese's.
No.
Give me a Reese's Pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Stop
Yeah.
it. It's exactly the point proven.
It can't be somebody's name. It's a commodity. It's a thing. It's a Reese's.
Yeah. You can't eat somebody's name. That's absurd.
Yeah, it's absurd. We have to call it a peanut butter cup baked. It's
Eat
no
your
longer-
ass.
or
That's what you're gonna eat.
cup.
Eat your ass. We could call it that if you
Go with
want.
peanut butter cup.
You have to call the Reese's peanut butter cup to be that brand of peanut butter cup, because you can get some off-brand shit like a Meyer peanut butter cup.
Yeah, I could. I don't understand why
It's
anybody
never
would
the
ever do
same.
that.
What do you
Yeah.
mean, man? I often buy the off-brand because it's the same damn thing. Because
No,
I
it's
work
Not.
back-
It's not.
The
It's
hell
like a
it's not.
shittier chocolate or shittier
Maybe,
peanut butter.
maybe in
Peanut
that
butter.
case,
Oh, there's a huge difference in peanut butter. What was the big difference?
I
In
can
peanut
tell you that in bread for sure, it's the exact same fucking
There's a
thing.
certain type of
Well,
oil.
it's-
that's in
there's
peanut butter.
you-
You look at the ingredients in peanut butter, man, and you can actually get a can of peanut butter with two ingredients. It's one ingredient. It's peanuts. And you get a can of peanut butter, dude, and there's hydrogenated oil or something like that. It's terrible for it. It's like corrosive to us, basically.
Hold on.
I mean, over exaggerating by saying that, but then, it's kind of what it's doing.
Let's leave peanut butter out of your crusades on glyphosate, please.
I'm not even
I
talking
like
about
peanut
glyphosate.
butter.
But dude, in these peanuts, you think there's
Everything's
probably
ruined,
glyphosate?
bro.
Sure, there's glyphosates, man, in the peanuts. But that's a different.
That's why you
story.
get fresh ground peanut butter.
Yeah.
Oh, you
One
mean where the
ingredient,
oil
one ingredient.
separates?
Peanuts.
Yeah.
You gotta mix
Well,
it. Oh.
it doesn't. You just get it ground at the Bougie Meyer or the Fresh Time, and it's delicious. And then, you don't have to fuck around with all that shit, right?
How much does that cost? $50.
The oil
just fucking
separate.
butter?
No. Stupid.
Wait. So,
$4. You get a big tub of it for like this much. It's like $4. Like it probably
man.
less than you pay for in the stupid glass jar, because you're paying for the glass jar with all those
Why is
companies.
this
well,
glass
this is
jar?
in
I don't know what you-
1970. There is
fucking
no
stop.
glass jar peanut butter.
It
Yes, there
does
is.
at the bougie place.
Oh,
she's at.
There
if
is
you,
a
yeah.
cooler.
If you're buying the separated, just get you some Jif, people.
The separated.
Jif.
You just gotta
It's like
mix
$2.
it. Just separate it at the top.
That's
and then you
dessert.
mix it. You
That's
gotta
all
You
mix
get big old. You get
It's
big
all
old
sugar.
Jif
It's
for
all
about
sugar.
$5.
You go to
It's
Sam's Club,
like
bro, and get the
30
double.
Sam's Club,
two-pack.
you get a dual pack.
There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of preservatives.
You
sugar,
don't have to like mix it up.
yeast,
You just
peanut.
pop it open and spread it on what you want.
peanut
It's
flavor.
ready to go.
Peanut,
And it
peanut
tastes
flavor.
great. You could just eat it right out of the jar with nothing.
Yeah,
No
you can eat it right out of the jar.
Yeah,
It goes good on all kinds of things. You can put it on an apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Oh,
Or
no, creamy,
smooth.
creamy,
Extra crunchy.
Crunchy,
creamy.
crunchy before
No.
soft teeth.
Before what?
Soft teeth. I fucking dude. Once my
Soft
teeth started.
teeth.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think you have soft teeth now? Because you ate all them crunchies. Stick to your creamy.
Oh yeah, Big. We know you like the creamy in your mouth.
Yep.
You know.
Oh wow.
You were talking about it earlier with the fucking suck on the popsicle.
I don't get it.
See, you can't say anything around that guy. You
And
can't
you're
talk
licking
popsicle technicals.
All right. So
Licking
this is your molar.
so you can
The
suck it in your
design of
mouth.
a popsicle never would have changed if it were for Spartan.
If this is your normal
Look at a
molar,
round block. And just be like, yeah, how do you eat this? You don't.
You eat it like anything. You put it in your mouth. You bite it. That's how you eat.
for
things.
4 years, this is my molar. For 4 years. That was my molar. Okay. For 4 years.
Oh my God.
Breaking
Yeah,
off
listen.
the bottom.
I was missing. Yeah, you know how your molar's like two like things. I was missing this half of my molar, so I only had one. And inside there's this huge cavity where like
Ugh.
food was inside of every single day inside of the cavity of my hollowed out tooth molar for 4 years because COVID and all kinds of other shit was going on, not having health insurance and some different things. I finally got all this fuck. So that's how long I went without eating crunchy peanut butter. And Becca doesn't eat peanut butter. So I don't think have had crunchy peanut butter. And so it's been almost 5 years since I've had some crunchy peanut butter. And I fucking
Yeah, but you're probably better for it.
Here's my beef with the crunchy peanut butter. So how do you spread it without fucking up your bread?
Buy some fucking decent bread and not some
Yeah, it's
like
the bread
really
you're buying.
What do you mean, like not? So I buy some stale bread so that it bounces off the top of the
No, buy
stupid
some
thing
like fucking
instead
whole
of.
wheat bread, not some fucking white, disgusting, fucking soft ass bread that's.
I'm not buying hillbilly bread, dumbass. I'm buying.
Hillbilly bread is a good example of a good bread.
I buy
Hillbilly is
the
a good
nut
example of a good bread you can use.
brown berry. That's the stuff I buy. Brown berry. I like
Of course,
the
you would buy the.
Can we go back because you said the problem with crunchy.
You need some fiber in your bread.
Here's the problem with crunchy. Crunchy, you're paying for a fuck up.
No.
You got a peanut. Hold on, Spartan. You got a peanut, and you can eat a peanut as a peanut. It's delicious. You can add M&Ms next to it. Great combo. Or you got peanut butter, which is a smoothie. Smooth like condiment.
Smoothie.
Crunchy peanut butter is like when the machine fucked up crunching the peanuts into smooth and left it. Oh, well, bottle it up, send it out. Those idiots will buy it. And boom, they bought it. Yeah.
Extra crunchy now. It has even more of the peanuts in it.
Yeah.
And that's an even better treat because you get the best of both worlds instead of subjecting yourself to only one delight. Why not two? So then you get the best.
You buy the two. You got peanuts and planters.
I do buy the two, and they're already blended together for me conveniently.
No, that's not how it should be, though.
I'm not hating on the creamy. Creamy is just fine, but it's just not as good.
Okay. Teach their own.
Yeah.
I'm not digging I have not eaten crunchy peanut butter, and I couldn't tell you how long.
My peanut butter, majority of my peanut butter is on a toasted something.
Oh yeah.
Fucking bagel or toast, and it's gonna be fucking.
That's the best way to have it.
Yeah, well then you can spread shit on toast. Come on.
You know what I've never had and I've always wanted to try, and I don't know why. I've lived 50 years without trying this, but the Elvis sandwich.
Yeah.
I've never done the grilled peanut butter. Is it peanut butter and banana?
Yes, I've done it many times.
I've not had one.
I think he deep fried his, but I grill it like a grilled cheese.
Oh, I don't eat it deep fried.
On a peanut butter sandwich is kind of like the pineapple on a pizza thing.
Peanut butter and banana.
Both of those are good.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, you either love it or you hate it.
Oh yeah.
So what you do is you just make a peanut butter. So you have to do peanut butter on both sides of the bread. Or both, on the top and the bottom. And then you put your slices of banana in there and you can make the sandwich. And then you can
butter the outside of the bread.
Did you say slices of
butter? You butter the outside of the bread, and then you fry it like you would a grilled cheese, and you put that on your plate, cut it, across in half.
I can't believe I haven't done
sugar on that shit.
How are you cutting your banana though? Are you doing like a carrot, like across the banana, or like long
diagonal?
You can cut it however
like a crazy person.
You can cut it in any way you want as long as it's even thickness, because it's got to be this stacked next to each other. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. Even
like that, man. When you bite into it, then the sandwich goes floppy, and then the banana pops out the back end. Where you
put some more peanut butter on then.
Why didn't you cook it long enough?
Put more peanut butter on.
Oh, more peanut butter for the sticky tacky. Just tap it in there and let it all.
It's the glue.
Out.
The peanut butter is the glue.
Another piece of bread. Scrape it all up, and then get yourself a sandwich and a half.
You can have a third slice of bread if you want to. If you're
you know what I really want now is a peanut butter.
Try to really,
just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've made 100 million of those probably for me and the kids, and I've even showed them the kids. It's the first thing I show them how to make for themselves. It's just make a peanut butter sandwich and you butter the outside and you fry it in the frying pan. It's a million times better than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Have you ever done a peanut butter and jelly in a graham cracker?
I'm not.
No.
Graham, like a appetizer.
Sure, if you want to do that as an appetizer. When I was in elementary school or something, they used to give us these peanut butter and jelly fucking graham cracker deals. They were weird, and I ended up turning that into a little snack as I got older, you know.
And making it.
Well, yeah,
I did frosting, frosting and graham crackers.
Oh yeah,
we can't do that anymore. But
what's the graham cracker? A cinnamon sugar graham cracker or a plain graham cracker?
Both are good.
Honey graham cracker.
Okay.
Honey.
I was never a fan of the cinnamon. It's just messy.
Really?
Graham crackers are messy.
I like both.
Cinnamon are messy, but they're worth it.
Yeah.
I used to jam on like a graham cracker and just peanut butter all the time.
Yeah.
So good.
Mine was milk. When I was a drinker, it was so make that sucker soggy. I mean, my bottom of my milk would have a.
That's
Ew, dude.
Cracker. I'm just joking. It's not that. I hated losing my graham crackers in the bottom of milk. Dude. It was the worst.
I don't like.
Yeah, it sounds like.
I don't like that.
I would eat a whole sleeve, man.
That's crazy with a glass of milk.
Oh yeah, big tall pint, a whole pint of milk, a whole pint of
glass,
Sounds like ice cream.
a whole pint of skim glyphosate.
Yeah.
What's the worst ugly eat thing that you've ever done that you felt like, oh my God, if anybody saw this right now, I'd be so fucking embarrassed. Like one of my closest friends.
I'd be proud.
Well, one of my closest friends that used to live with me for a while after he graduated college, we used to sit on my couch with a big spoon and a big tub of Nutella.
Oh.
And just was like, and it would just be like,
yeah,
his face, and I'm like, that is an ugly eat, dude. That is so gnarly. He's like, what? And it'd be all on his face. I'm like, oh my God, gross.
My closest, when you said it from the first thing that came in my head, but I was more proud than I was like, but I helped my mother for about 5 years straight. We'd go up north and we were fixing up this cabin for her. And one of the things we would do is we just work until we're just so fucking hungry we'd go get something to eat.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm paying, or we woke up in the morning before we even headed out. She's like, I'm gonna get you a good breakfast and then we're gonna head out there. So she's like, you can order whatever you want. I'm like, I'm hungry. She's like, order whatever you want. I'm like, you sure? She goes, yeah. So breakfast is my favorite and that kind of food. So I ordered they had to pull another table across and they brought me like three different breakfasts because I got like pancakes. Then I got like they had a fresh blueberry. The wild blueberries that they harvested, I guess, was blueberry fucking oatmeal. So I got that too. And then there was an omelet meal and I got that.
You just filled me up with oatmeal.
3 breakfasts.
Yeah, and then there was briskets and gravy. And I think I ate all of it.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And,
chunky gravy. Yes.
Oh,
sausage gravy.
It was so good. But then I was like paying for it, just like passed out in the car.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have to eat for the rest of the day. That's pretty cool.
You guys save your bacon fat?
I have. I don't currently.
For what?
We save our.
You can make gravy out of it.
We use it for cooking. You know, just
back into it. Yeah.
You can cook. You can cook at a higher temperature and stuff like that.
You can infuse it with cannabis.
Yeah, that too. That's a nice one.
Ugh,
But yeah, we'll use it sometimes in place of
gross.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't use olive oil.
I don't use it
We
very
don't use
much,
vegetable oil.
honestly.
We use olive oil.
I
Olive oil
like to
is a
use
good one to
it.
use.
I like to use it when I cook potatoes.
Yeah.
I like to fry up some potatoes just in a pan.
And I like to
Yeah.
use it to cook eggs, actually. That's one.
What about mushrooms?
Sure. Sometimes
We
those
put
are in there.
mushrooms in just about everything, but just like cheap Bellas and whatever we can get from the store. And we made a soup last week, and we tossed a little bit of everything in that, including some lion's mane, shiitake, and reishi powder. We got like a bag of moringa leaf and stuff like that. Try including all that kind of stuff into our food.
That powder makes it so good tasting, that umami taste, or umami, however you say it.
Umami.
Umami. Yeah, it's just that earthy taste that adds to the soup. It's so fucking
Add a little ginger with some of that. We end up getting this like powdered ginger. It's like pre-powdered stuff. That and turmeric.
Baked, have you ever eaten a mushroom?
A mushroom? No.
Never eaten a mushroom?
Not anything other than cubinas.
Did
Nope.
you say?
Yeah, he's only eating the crazy kinds
So
of
just
mushrooms.
dried mushroom,
Yeah.
dried
Yep.
kimchi.
Missing out. They're delicious.
I agree, man. I'd
I've
like
heard.
a
They're one of
big
my favorite vegetables.
old mushroom.
It's
I
a
like
vegetable.
chunky and big.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, fungi.
Yeah, I think it's its own category.
It's one of my favorite things to put in with vegetables.
Pretty sure it's a protein source.
Yes. Yep. Protein.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you don't eat a lot of mushrooms, don't introduce a lot at once, because it takes a while for your guts to really break down mushrooms. It's harder for them to deal with. As
Oh,
many
that's why.
mushroom people will tell you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Sequence likes them, loves them as much as I do, because I put them in almost everything. So
What's really cool about them is they absorb like the flavors of what you cook them with. So like I've seen them like used in place of meats and stuff to kind of act like the meat just because of the
Yeah.
texture.
Huh.
Mhm.
One of my favorite things is like a nice like steak with some sautéed mushrooms and
Oh
onions.
yeah.
Yeah. And like I like them really like a really good char on them too on the outside.
A little bit of crunch.
Like a little bit of some browning action, some caramelization, I should say.
Some onions.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna have to cook a steak for the celebratory. I'm either gonna eat a steak or we're gonna put one of those new chickens on the grill.
I was just gonna say, don't eat chicken.
Jesus.
I just looked at it. No, not already. I'm sorry.
On the day Red brings in chickens, he's gonna have on the grill. He's gonna grill some.
Set up the execution station.
Don't name them.
You go set up.
You're gonna have to pluck them, and
I'm gonna call them dinner one.
Apparently they
dinner
have
two.
names, but I don't.
We're not gonna eat these chickens.
I wouldn't want to know them.
No, these
I
chickens
wouldn't.
will not be for butchering.
you're just gonna rob their eggs.
They're just
Take
gonna
your
drop
babies.
They're
them anyway.
fertilized embryos
Yeah, it's
that would otherwise go to waste.
only because you're keeping a rooster away.
Only because we're keeping a rooster. We're
They're-
keeping a rooster away.
No, they're just fine. These ladies are just fine without it.
You're gonna bust one of them eggs open one
I
day.
really wanted to go. I really wanted to go. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to stay up here. So, yeah, these
He's
roosters.
going for Sensimilia hens. Okay, he's going for Sensimilia hens.
Yeah, so they're just they're fine. They're gonna get fed
Unfertilized.
cannabis. They're gonna be very happy without a rooster. They're gonna be very happy without a rooster.
I've seen what was it? Chicken Little? No.
Chicken Little. That was the Sky is Falling.
No,
I think.
the Sky is Falling one, yeah. They're not happy. They know their eggs are getting taken.
They're unfertilized. What are they gonna do with their eggs?
Give them a fake egg, dude.
Well, then if you give him a fake egg, I'll feel better.
We give him a fake egg.
Some wooden ones.
He's got a rock that's just painted like one.
Yeah, it just says egg on it.
Just an Easter
Chickens
plastic.
can't read.
Just gets those plastic Easter eggs and throws them in there.
Yeah. They're full of Reese's.
Yeah, but then what happens when the stupid chicken sits there on it forever and ever and ever and spends all this time and then nothing ever happens and then realizes it's dead in there?
That's when it's
Quote,
crack it
unquote.
open and
So
then-
then it's like
Figure out how
goes
to
to
escape.
grief.
No, you crack that egg open at that point, and you'll see the Reese's Pieces, and I'll eat it and be happy.
You guys are gonna walk out to your backyard. And there's gonna be a union strike of chickens. And they're all
When
gonna
the,
be like, "We will not produce."
When the chicken thinks that its egg is fertilized, it will go what's called, I think it's broody, and it'll do that. And you kind of either have to wait it out or you have to like
Kill the chicken and get a new one.
break them of their habit.
Oh,
You have to like take them off of their sitting spot and make them.
And
If
put
you're
them
worried
on the
about
grill.
that, you can just look at the egg through light, and you can tell if it's been fertilized or not.
We have no roosters, so there will be no fertilization.
you don't know. There might be pollen from your neighbors.
Yeah.
Wow. Just wild blowing
You
fucking.
got any farms
rooster
around
pollen.
you? Yeah.
A rogue pheasant is gonna fly in our yard.
Yeah,
never
these
know.
birds
rogue
are a problem.
Florida
Oh
pheasant.
no, we're gonna be.
It's
You
the
get a,
CBD
you, get
of
a,
birds.
you get a falcon mating with a chicken.
Flying north for winter.
You gotta watch out because you got that falcon out there solving your problems.
Yep.
See, we just need a falcon. We
I
need
think
a
a
cat.
falcon would kill your chickens, probably.
Probably 100%.
Yeah. Probably
Fucking
wouldn't like
punch
them.
the shit out of them.
These little fucking house birds.
Punch
These son of bitches.
We're
Gonna
gonna
give birds a bad name. I'm gonna fucking punch your ass.
Yeah, I'm coming down. You. That'll teach them. That'll teach that son of a gun. Lay eggs in my neighborhood. Too good to hang outside.
Damn human bird, get out of here.
Yeah, you see what you're producing, Red? You're producing drama in the neighborhood.
I know there's gonna be
And
gang.
the owls are over there just. Whew, this is ridiculous.
Ooh. We have an owl.
That was funny because it sounded like he was saying "who" like an owl.
Yeah.
Speaking of birds, Thanksgiving's coming up. Can't believe it already.
Well, apparently you're supposed to skip it and start celebrating Christmas.
I guess that's what.
That's how
Oh, yeah.
early. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
getting real early. But yeah.
I
Got
should
the,
tell my mom. Maybe I can get out going to Thanksgiving.
Oh. No.
I love Thanksgiving. Bring on the food.
I like it when it's not at my house.
True. That's
My
true.
favorite Thanksgiving.
Yeah, last year we had it at Sequences.
Intelligence chat is killing me.
Dude, we're getting back into more food talk. Now we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving dinner. We just made me so hungry talking about steaks and all sort of stuff.
I guess we made Diogi hungry too.
Yeah. He's all in for
He's
Thanksgiving.
staring at his food bowl. He already ate dinner twice, guys.
He's had 3 breakfasts.
You forgot twice.
It's like y'all talking about food, and I'm supposed to just sit here and not fucking want to be hungry.
Just knows what
Give me my turkey.
He knows that. Yeah, he knows how to get you over there.
Yep. Exactly.
He wants to go to bed. He wants us to go to
Pissed
bed.
off is what it is.
Yeah, he probably does want to go to bed.
I have to sit here.
Very opinionated.
He's so
little
funny.
No, it's fine.
He's
Yeah,
like, I'm
guys,
tired. It is
That's all I
bedtime.
wanted, Dad.
That's all I wanted. We just needed
Yep.
You do it, so he keeps barking.
Well, that's the problem.
You can't break it. He's too old and like fragile.
Yeah.
Can't hear, so I can't just yell.
Look at him like tucking his head
Tucked
in.
his head. Now he's
Yeah.
gonna go sleep now. He's like, thank you for it's his comfort thing. I literally have to sit by him and then he goes into comfort mode and now he can go to sleep. He's literally screaming, I need to go to sleep.
It's like
What are you kids doing up?
You revert back in age when you get older. You go back to being a child again.
Yeah, he's 13, so he's 13 times 7.
70.
I think that's a myth. That's been debunked.
91.
What do you mean debunked? You can't debunk a fake myth.
I just don't think that that's how their age works.
Oh, you don't think they're wiser than you?
No, the 7 times 7 years thing. I think
They
that's
age.
fake.
They age faster, and then the older they get, the faster they age. So it's like a line graph that like gets close.
So how old do you think he is? 50?
No, I think it's closer to like a 90-year-old.
That's so it's more than 7 a year.
Yeah. That's what Red said, but Becca said the opposite. She's like, I think that's been debunked.
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
Mythbusters did that
And
one.
Red said he thinks it's the opposite. He thinks it's more extreme than what you said.
That's the Late Sesh.
I don't know what it is.
It gets
I don't give a shit. Later.
Later.